Hey everybody, we're here at the Wetlands of the Americas with our new bird keeper, James McKinney. James, it's good to have you today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Now James is our new bird keeper here at the Abilene Zoo. And James, I've always wanted to ask this question. Why do flamingos stand on one leg?
Well, it's very interesting. Actually, it's actually unknown. So some people believe that they tuck their leg up close to them to help conserve body heat and energy. And then another theory is that they're like some other animals, they're able to shut off half of their body and sort of go to sleep on one side of their body, and they'll shift over to the other leg and go to sleep on the other side.
That's amazing.
But it's really unknown though, for sure.
Very neat. Now, recently we had a whole lot of additions to our flamingo flock. Tell us about that.
Right. We originally had 11 birds, and this year we got in 12 new ones. Some of those are yearlings and some are about 2 years old. So.
And I noticed that there's a difference in color. Some of our older flamingos are pink, is that right?
That's correct. The younger ones haven't had time yet to develop their full pinkness, so to say. So in a few years, they'll be just as bright as the others.
Now, how do the flamingos get that pretty pink color?
Well, the Caribbean flamingos, they eat crustaceans like brine shrimp in the wild. And in the crustaceans is a pigment known as carotenoid, which is like the pigment that's in carrots that turn them orange. And the flamingos process it and eventually deposit the pigment into newly formed feathers. So after they get old enough, more and more pink is deposited into their feathers, so they turn brighter.
It's very interesting. Now, what other kind of birds do we have here in the wetlands area?
We have different species of waterfowl. We have some swans, and the waterfowl ranges from ruddy ducks to canvasback to redheads, different tree ducks.
It's very interesting. We've got quite an array. Do they all get along pretty well here?
They really do. Some of the ducks may squabble with each other come mating season and such, and the flamingos, they like to squabble with each other as well. They like to communicate a lot. They're a gregarious species, which means they're very highly sociable, and they like to stay together in flocks. And they'll march together and they'll make sudden turns, but they all seem to know exactly what the other's going to do, so they all do it at the same time.
Wow.
And they have different sort of movements. We like to call them head flagging, where they'll stretch their head out as far as they can and turn really fast, and they'll all do it at the same time. And they'll do wing salutes, where they spread their wings to show off their colors. And they'll do a twist preen, where they suddenly take their head back behind their wing and act like they're preening their feathers. And they all seem to do it together, almost as if they just know exactly what the other's going to do.
Well, James, thank you so much for being here today. I think everybody needs to come out and see our new flamingos here at the zoo.